All right, we are back. It is 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on January 24th, 2026. How's everybody today? We're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and get the game loaded up. Get it going. We're going to return to PVRivers today, which will be fantastic. Gotta load it up here. Also, I'm gonna turn my music down for my ears a little bit here. I was making some adjustments to my headset a bit. There's times where I like to have things like, fairly loud. Other times that I don't. So, we'll be testing out my microphone, making sure it works fine today. I had to go ahead and change some settings with regards to my USB port. So, I did that. I did that last night, I should say. So, I'm not sure what to expect. I'm limited on the number of USB ports that I have. I have a lot of them, but some of the equipment that I have seems to be a little picky. As an example, my microphone and my camera from Elgato just seems to like USB ports on the back of the system itself. It doesn't play nicely on external powered USB 3.0 hubs. It will work, but it will, after a while, start to go delinquent. So with my microphone, probably in about an hour into a live stream, it'll start crackling. And then with the camera, if it's plugged into one of those ports, it seems to cut out and in. So yeah, so that's just no go right there. Some of the other things that I have, like my Thrustmaster and my joysticks and my keyboard and all of that stuff, they can be a little bit picky at times too. So hard to say. Anyways, we're gonna give it a go with what I've got. Let's see what we can do. Let me just make sure that I've got the right folder select. Sure, I gotta bring up the full mod folder switcher. Farm Sim Game Mod Assistant. What I use. Rivers is this selected. I better close the game out because I don't know if it's actually loading the right one. Close this out. So yeah, so I did that yesterday with the USB ports, moving things around. So we're gonna test that out today, see how it goes. What else did I do today? Got some information on PVRivers. So Straw Harvest DLC will not work on PVRivers. So if you need to dump to ground, that's not going to work. I think there's some functionality in there, but I talked with Billy Alpaca and he said to me that it's just riddled with errors. So don't use the that particular DLC with PVRivers. So I'm gonna follow his rules on that. So which is good. That's me. I should have asked him a long time ago because it was bothering me. But sometimes I have a tendency of wanting to try to figure things out on my own, especially if I can figure things out. He gets asked a lot of questions, and I don't think he has an issue or a problem answering questions with regards to the map, but I like to cut the guy a break here and there, because I mean, he gets a lot. I read the Discord, I watch his live streams, and he gets a lot of questions. I don't like I'm one of those guys that's like that doesn't want to how do you say it, wear out my resources. So, and I consider him a very valued resource. Very smart guy. When it comes to farm sim, he mods. He's been in the community for quite some time. So yeah, you just kind of, you get to the point where you want to try to treat those good people with a little respect, right? And not wear them out, right? But once my head is up against the wall or something, or if a task just seems like it's going to be way more involved than what I'm willing to put into, I'll usually ask a question, and in this case, that's what I did. I just went ahead and threw it into the Discord, and he opened up the game and took a look at it. He looked at the logs and stuff. I'm not good with logs. He loves logs. He just, oh, poof, errors. So he gave me the advice to stay away from that particular DLC. So with regards to this map. So I'm going to unselect that, which is unfortunate because I do like the Straw Harvest DLC pack or Straw Harvest pack. I think it's a great pack, to tell you the truth, but I can understand. So I'm going to kick it out, as you guys can see there. Let me just select all. Just kick the Straw Harvest DLC out. I did add some stuff from his Trello. There's a few things that I added. I'm not sure if I added any Billy's mods. I added some T. Miller mods and Green Thumb Farmer mods to the map. Mainly storage and mining. So I did that. Let me see here. I'm just scrolling down. See if I can pick any of them out. I don't remember which ones I did. I think I put in a TMR production. No, not TMR. What do you give your cows? I forget what you call it. You have to give your cows something. Mineral feed production, I think I put in here. So that's in here. I don't know where it is. Also some storages for mining. So I put that in there. That was from Green Thumb Farmer. And I can't remember what else, but I put a few. Oh, and silos. There was a silo, a mining silo. Not sure if I want to use the mining. Yeah, mining distribution silo. So that's in there. And I think that's about it for now, to tell you the truth. So that's done. Go ahead and start the game here. The other thing that I did was, and I'll show you, I posted an image up on my Discord, or sorry, not my Discord, up on my community page for my YouTube channel. There's like a mining node, so I repaired that in the game file. So I went into the placeables.xml from a brand new save game, copy the placeables, the mining placeables, and then just paste it into this save game. This save game placeable.xml. Just moved it all over so that the mining nodes would come up. I don't know what had happened. Somewhere it got deleted. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I was actually using Straw Harvest DLC. So anyways, it's fixed now. It was a lot easier than I had thought it was going to be. It took me probably about 15 to 30 minutes to get in there and make sure that I get the right stuff backed up and everything like that. So there we go. So I got that going. And then today I ran into another dilemma. I upgraded my DaVinci Resolve, and some of my files, I don't know, I was cleaning out images and stuff like that, and I accidentally deleted some of my media files. So, and I actually went to recycle bin and I right click and delete. Something about Windows 11 that most people don't know: if you delete something out of a folder, you can right click the folder and you can restore. So it's like a system restore for files. Now it's not perfect, but that functionality is in Windows 11. I didn't even know that was an ability in Windows 11. I thought once you hit delete, poof, it's gone forever. You can't get it back. But apparently there's a history, some sort of history file that still remembers what you originally had, so you can kind of sort of restore it, I guess. So if you accidentally delete an image file or something like that, or an important document, well, there you go. You can restore it, I guess. Not all my image files were restored, though. I had some that were missing. So I'm in the process of sort of revamping some of my, I guess my overlays here. So I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and incorporate it. I had created some newer, slightly improved images. It's still similar to what we have now. It's just that it's a little bit more vibrant. I will just show you what I mean. I'll switch to the credit scene and you guys can take a look at it for a few minutes or whatever. I'll be on a little bit of a break, so I'll be right back, but you guys can watch the scene. The other overlays will be updated like what you see now. So unless you're on vertical, this is on horizontal. Okay, so I'm back. So I had to take a little bit of a break there. So yeah, that's the new interface for layout. It's a little bit more vibrant. It sticks out a little bit. More the logo. You guys probably are already familiar with the logo if you look at the profile image on the YouTube channel. So I'm reusing that. And then I'm using a darker red for the whatever you call it there, the forest scene. So I'll be slowly incorporating that into my other scenes. Like this one is still using the old one, right? So I'm going to be moving that over to, or updating that over on the other overlays. Vertical needs a huge update too, so I will be adjusting that. So I'm working on the horizontals first. So fortunately for me, I was in the right mindset because I was already trying to troubleshoot the map. So I need to be in the right mindset in order to do these stupid things half of the time. So that's just how I work, which is kind of crappy, I guess, when it comes to content creation. So my overlays are all videos, by the way. So in case anyone's wondering, they're not still images. They are actually video files, in case people are wondering. That's how I went about building them. So there's a bit of complexity in it, depending on how far you go with it. So you have to get the effects built and all that jazz. So Fusion can be a little, there's a lot of settings inside of my video editor, so I have to be in the right mindset to do it, is what I'm trying to say. It hurts the brain sometimes. And sometimes I forget things too, which is pretty bad because you know why? Because I'm in the process of cleaning out my Fusion compositions because I have older design methods that I have kind of in the actual Fusion layout. They're just not part of the video, so they're just stored there for me to utilize later on. But now I'm going to go ahead and try cleaning out some of the redundancy stuff because it hurts the brain to look at so much Fusion. It's a flowchart, basically. That's what Fusion is. There's a node. So if you like flowchart, then you might like DaVinci Resolve and doing Fusion. Each node, when you click on each node, it's got like probably over, I don't know how many different attributes that you can affect the node, and then there's probably over like 500 different nodes that you can use that manipulates your video clips and all of that. So it can get it's a pretty intimidating interface for an amateur content creator. People that are into 3D design for modding, they probably would feel more comfortable using it because they are using like probably I think there's a bit of node functionality in some of the 3D modeling apps that are out there that most people use. Anyways, back to matter at hand. So as you can see here, I've got these back in here finally. So that's how I get my coal. It spits out here and then goes over there. Not sure why it's not piling up. Actually it is. Yeah, it is. You dump the ground. Yeah, it's dumping. It's just a weird texture, I guess. But anyways, it's gonna take a while for it to pile up. It could get pretty high. This is coal. Really black texture, that's for sure. So that's how I get my coal. This is where I get my iron ore. There's salt in here too. Is like, I don't know where it is. This is gravel, I think. Sand. I guess the textures have been redone or something. Look really way different. So the map has been updated for quite some time, but I've had these nodes broken for a while. There's sand over here. I don't know what happened. But anyways, yeah, you guys can see this is where I do my mining. Got more rock in here. So anyways, that kind of gives you an idea of what we've got going on here. So we're gonna get our logging truck down. For the beginning of our loading, I guess. Loading process. So hopefully you guys will hit the like button if you're just checking out my live stream today. That will definitely help me out. Greatly appreciated. Make me a happy person. Also subscribe to the channel. So like and subscribe. That would be great. I do have super chats available. And I do have memberships. So feel free to shoot me super chats or memberships. I don't really talk too much about super chats or memberships, but they are there. You can definitely contribute to the channel that way. Eric, the Crazy Viking, who's been a part of my channel for quite some time and is a fellow content creator, want to thank him for the membership this past week. And also Nick Kelly, another content creator, shooting me with I think about 5 super chats 2 weeks ago or last week. So that's fantastic. Definitely helps the channel out. Makes everything go smoothly. So we're going to do some logging today. We'll probably do some other things too. It's hard to say. We're just going to go try to get most of these logs up here. We're going to do some other things too. Probably some work on my train here. We'll be doing that as well. I decided to go with music today. I did a lot of talking yesterday. My live stream. It was appropriate because the I-beam tracker I did install. I'll try to put some short videos up for the I-beam tracker. I was going to do that this morning, but YouTube did not render my live stream yesterday, or completed doing it. So there must have been a lot of people higher up on the priority list, I guess. That beat my live stream. I think weekends are probably fairly busy for YouTube. So there's that. What else can I talk about? The dairy farm I fixed. So Bear, who's a member of my community, asked me yesterday how my situation with my dairy was doing. with milk and all of that. And then while I was reviewing it on the live stream and explaining, because he asked if I could do chocolate and how's my cake production going. Unfortunately, on the live stream, both of us had determined that, you need regular cow milk. So I sold 50% of my buffaloes and purchased some cows. So there you go. Or if I should have went down the road a little bit further. Have to bring all these trees down. I might want to bring the yarder over here, maybe. So, yeah, I think I'll try that. I'll try out the new yarder. How that will do, but can't remember what kind of. Sure what sort of yarder I have. Actually, maybe I might try a different yarder. See here. I think it has a clamp on yarder. I'd be interested in using that. I don't know. Run over here. Yeah, oh, it's got a C clamp on it. I don't know if I want to use that. I'll go cruise. Okay. This one does not have a tear that down. I don't think I'll use this one. Oh. Jump back down here, I guess. I think maybe I'll just drag him down with this. Just line these up a bit. In small bunches, I think. vibration. Let's see. There, that should do it. Oh. Was the cow. Load these onto the take another load down. It's interesting that when the vibration from the machine, the engine, causes the logs to slide. I think that's kind of neat. There we go. Go ahead and get the rest of these on here. Yeah, that should do it. Turn these in here. I'll just push them up against the other ones. It should work out fine. There we go. Should be good enough. Scoot a little bit closer. There you go. If I can fix that one in there. Okay. I don't like the fact that it spun around like that. There we go. Perfect. Do one thing here.
당연한 거 아는데 욕심이 나서 그래요.
All right.
모르게 그대 앞에 서면 달라지던 어제의 다짐들 에이 oh oh you 밤하늘의 별도 밝게 비춘 달도 그대 앞에 빛을 잃어요. 감당할 수 없는 마음들이 날 힘들게.
Yeah. Guys, give me a moment. I'm gonna reinstall my drivers for my microphone. Just noticing some weirdness still. I'll be right back.
내게 다
All right, we're back. Drivers are reinstalled. Fantastic. Sounds a bit better. We'll see what happens, I guess. Hopefully I sound okay. It could be my headset too. We have to reinstall my headset drivers, perhaps. See what happens when you move USB ports around. So that sounds a bit better though. Come on. Here. Inside the... Oh. Just lay this down. I think I need to make the logs longer at some point. Hey, tractor is not on. There we go. Tractor is back on. That's the real test. Controls are working fine. The other concern that I had, would I lose control of my joysticks or something like that, or my steering column? Put this on the rear bunk. Rear bunk. Oop. Probably should make these a little larger. I don't know. There. That's better. So yeah, there has been a lot of finicking around, so fixing audio issues with the mic, fixing my map, and then also fixing overlays. I got a little bit more work to do on overlays, but I spent a lot of time on one of the overlays, so I'll probably do some more tomorrow or later on or something. So I've got a couple of overlays I need to redo, and also clean up the files. I've got a lot of old stuff, because I'm one of those people that doesn't like throwing things away, and then until I'm like at the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm probably never going to use that again, and then I go ahead and I delete it, remove it. So I'm a pack rat when it comes to files and projects and stuff like that, so eventually I'm like, yeah, I'm probably never going to go back to that design. Scrap it. Oh. Part of it usually is I like to keep old projects because it has structure that's already built, so it means that I can reuse it and then just make changes to it. But some sometimes it's at the point where, well, I've already got several copies of it already input that's already input into the project that I'm already working on. So sometimes I usually like to start from scratch too. I've done that. So which means you're reinventing the entire wheel on projects or ways of doing things. So here. Patch these all up. And I'll mention it through my live stream a few times. Straw Harvest DLC isn't recommended for PVRivers. So I found that out today. It causes errors. So if you've been trying to get Straw Harvest DLC to work, or maybe you've got it activated and it's been breaking your game, or the game files or something, don't use it. Got issues. It just doesn't work with this particular map. So I thought I would mention that to folks on my live stream. I'm not sure how many other content creators play on this map still. I think Billy still does. And then there might be a few others, but I know a lot of the SGA folks, I think they're doing Fishing Planet and Arc Raiders. So, which I don't blame them. They're especially Arc Raiders, because that's a new game. I'm not going to get it myself or play, because I've got too many games as it is. Too many things to do. But I've caught a couple of live streams here and there. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. The slippery slope, though, and you're watching someone else play a game that looks interesting, and you start saying, ooh, that's interesting. Actually, you know what? You're buying it. We go. I don't know if I want to keep the music on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the music off. I'm not in the mood for music today. Put it on. I'll put it on pause, I guess. I have a. Maybe it's the type of music or something. I don't know. Not in the mood for music. Kind of quiet, I guess. Machine sounds. There we go. Did I grab another pile? Do that. There we go. So I was gonna do some short videos for the I-beam tracker stuff from yesterday's live stream. But YouTube has not finished rendering my live stream. So I have to wait till that finishes. Sometimes I can like render usually the next day. But I think they've been having some issues because I was in studio this morning and it looks like they were having some issues with YouTube. So I bet you their staff has been prioritizing those issues. Over rendering, I guess. So I will probably, at the end of the live stream or something, maybe I might look at it again. Try. Few logs there. One on the bottom, it doesn't look very good, does it? Lower this down. I can sort of squish them together. That's a bit better. No, sort of. Gives me more space to put more logs in there, that's for sure. This is going to be a heavy load. Shoot. So like this. Pop this on the truck. Go. Push this. One game that I am thinking of doing is Transport Fever. I have to wait till it comes out. Third one. See this. See you in there, Bob Chow. Just give me one moment. That's gonna fall off. Like it right there. I'm gonna move it. Right. I don't like it. I don't like it. You're out of there. You fail. You're going over here. Alright. We'll be fine right there, and then I can check chat. See what Bob has to say for himself today. Hello, good day, Bob Gel. Welcome in. How are you today? We're climbing, Bob. We're climbing. Look, I'm at 820 subscribers. So we're climbing up to 1,000. You know about my 24-hour stream, right? I don't know if you know that. Oh, I'm doing well. I fixed a lot of broken things. So I'm happy. I fixed things. If I can fix something, then I'm happy. If I break something and I can't fix it, then I'm not happy. Ah, you're welcome. Yep. I'm doing a 24-hour live stream when I hit 1,000. I think we talked about that before. You said that I should do it, or we've had discussions about it. So, but I don't know how much in depth I talked about it. So, because I said that I was going to do it, but I didn't tell you what my plans were. So, I'm going to be doing a multiplayer live stream. It's going to be 24/7. And it's going to be multiplayer as well. Not just PC only though. It's not PC only. It's going to be console cross-platform once I get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to try to make the server as big as possible to fit a bunch of people on it when I do it, so that people can join, like yourself and Kiwi and whoever else. So that's the plan. And it's going to be a silage harvest. So, which is, everybody knows how to do silage. Well, I think everybody knows how to do silage. The plan anyways. That up here. And it's going to be a large silage harvest. So I'm going to need to edit, I think it's the 4 fields map. And I'm going to make a one big giant field is what the plan is. Yeah, on FS25. Yeah, I'll probably do it on a weekend. Because there's usually more people available on a weekend. So I'll probably, yeah, I'll be doing it on a weekend. You're going to boarding school? Huh. Are you excited about that? I don't know. Like, isn't like a boarding school kind of like where you're like just with classmates and your parents aren't around? I think that's what boarding school is like, right? You'll have your own dorm, I guess, or your own dormitory. I think that's how it works, right? Is your friends gonna be there? Hopefully you've got friends that are going there. I've never been to a boarding school. I've seen it on TV. I don't think we have boarding schools and a new school. All right. But you still go after you're done school, you still go home, right? Where your parents are, right? To your home? Or no? Like you have to move away or something? Maybe I don't know what a boarding school is. On TV or movies that I've watched, boarding schools are like parents send their kids to um a place far away from their home or something like that, right? So that's my thought of a boarding school. I don't know if it's the same. No, stay at school. Oh, so you do sleep at the school, right? You sleep at the school? Yeah, in Canada we don't have anything until the weekend. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, we don't have anything, I don't think, like that in Canada. Um, unless you go to college or university. Then there's dormitories, usually. But I don't think we have boarding schools in Canada. So everybody, how it works is that they go to school, and then at the end of the day they go home. Is how it works. At least up till let me think here. Till they till high school or college. Or sorry, not high school, till university or college. Oh, it's falling off. That. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That doesn't sound good. I'm sorry about your friend, Bob. Accidents are not fun, especially trucking accidents. Well, any accidents. Or even losing a friend for that matter. Was he a good friend? Must have been a good friend. I've never had a friend die. There's people that I've known that have died, but I never really considered them friends, though. But I have had a lot of family members pass away or die, which is not good. Oh dear. I have to pick this tree out of here. Have that. You can look him up. His name is Jimmy Webster. Okay, let me do that in a sec here. Put the log down first. And then I'll turn off my machine. See if I can get out of the cab. Bring edge. Do, 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 do. Let's go to Google, because Google is your friend. Jimmy Webster. New South Wales, I think. Oh. Uh, he's like a cowboy. Rising Australian cowboy. 14 years of age. Hmm. The news article. I will share the news article. But I am sorry about your friend. Everybody, this is Bob Zhao's friend. I'll put the link to the article in here in case anyone wants to see it. All right, let's see what we have here. Rising Australian cowboy Jimmy Webster, 14, dies after horse truck crash near Tamworth in New South Wales. A rising star in Australia's horse riding community has tragically died in a 3-vehicle crash that devastated his family, friends, and the wider community. Tamworth teenager Jimmy Webster, 14, was a passenger in a horse truck when it collided with a semi-trailer and a tractor on the... I'm probably not going to say it right, but I'm going to try my best. Kamilaroi Highway at Weewa in New South Wales, New England region, about 3 p.m. on Sunday. An unidentified member of the public provided first aid to Jimmy before paramedics arrived, but he could not be saved and died at the scene. Have to scroll down because there's some advertisement. Jimmy turned 14 less than a month ago and was known as an enthusiastic camp drafter and much loved rugby player. Oh, okay, I can see the connection now. Into sports too. Social media is filled with photos of him riding in camp drafting events, a pursuit that always made his father proud. News of his passing shattered the tight-knit community, prompting heartfelt online tributes. Jimmy was a passionate young horseman, kind soul, and would do anything to help a mate. The Manila Camp Draft Club wrote, another community member shared the heartbreak. I have written this post 4 times over and cannot get it right. It is simply devastating, and there is no words that seem fitting. The tribute read. Our little community is heartbroken at the tragic loss of this great young man and cannot fathom the pain his family are going through. Jimmy was one of the most delightful kids. He was generous, kind, loved his horses, and was a boy the universe needed to be in it for a very long time. Not time cut short like it has been. The Camp Draft Club has scheduled a weekend long raffle with all proceeds to go to Jimmy's family. His rugby union club has also set up a GoFundMe page after what they described as an unimaginable loss to support the family who are not the type to ask for help. Jimmy's life was tragically lost in an accident that has left our community heartbroken. His passing has touched not only those of us locally, but also the wider rugby union. The Pirate Rugby Union U14's team wrote alongside photos of Jimmy with the team. The GoFundMe tribute described him as a long-term teammate who was cheeky, funny, witty, and loyal, bringing joy both on and off the field. The Tamworth District Junior Rugby Union Club said their hearts were heavy following the news of Jimmy's passing. On Sunday, the world became a little less bright with the passing of Jimmy Webster, a vibrant past member of our club. The club wrote on social media. Jimmy's family has been a major sponsor of the local rugby union club and a huge part of its community. His family has always been a pillar of support for grassroots rugby, playing a vital role in keeping the Tamworth Tri colors alive during some of its toughest times. When the club was on the verge of folding, the fundraiser reads, "They were always the first to lend a hand, whether through time, effort, or financial support, never expecting anything in return. The Websters are not the type to ask for help, but in times of deep grief and heartbreak, it is our turn as a community to rally around him. Or them, sorry. Together we can ease the burdens they now face and show them the same love and generosity they have always shown others." I have to scroll down a little bit because there's some pictures. Funds raised will go towards funeral expenses, horse vet bills, and many other unexpected costs during the difficult time. After the crash, the driver of the horse truck, a 38-year-old man, was taken to hospital in a stable condition for mandatory testing and treatment, while the 66-year-old tractor driver and the 33-year-old semi-trailer driver, both male, were uninjured but also taken to hospital for mandatory testing. One horse in the truck was euthanized due to injuries sustained in the crash, with 3 others taken away for treatment. Police are hoping to speak with the unidentified man who provided first aid at the scene to help with their investigation into the crash. To scroll down a bit. Actually, that's the end of the article. Unless there's another page. Nope, that is it. So that's the article that I posted for you guys. You guys can read it. You're very welcome, Bob, and I'm sorry about your friend. Sounds like he had a lot of team spirit. Based on how they described him. Very funny and witty. And sounds to be very proactive at the same time. And active in the community too. hopefully they get the help that they need and everything, and the GoFundMe goes fine. I noticed there's a link in there for the GoFundMe as well in the article, which is cool. Yeah, never good to lose a person. But thank you for sharing that with me and letting me know. I decided to post the link just in case other people wanted to know, because I do get a few people from, like, as you know, from New Zealand and Australia that pop in here. Put this there. And as for your boarding school news, it sounds pretty exciting. It's always good to have a new experience. And then, like I said, I will make sure that I have the 24-hour live stream on the weekend. Or on a weekend. Alright, I think I can probably bring down some more trees. Put on there. I also need to take a drink of my coffee because my throat is dry. I'm gonna go up here and hook up a few more. I'll have to take that load up the hill pretty soon. There, I'm just gonna take that patch down. Da 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 da. I think I need any more than that. Maybe a little bit more. Turn that off. A little bit of light on. I might be able to bring another load down. Maybe. all of that. Much swinging. No more swinging. Don't like that one log. Wicked. I probably could put another pile on there, but I think that should do it for now. Only like a few more logs will be. Yeah, I can drop all these down. Or down. There we go. All right. I have a profile option. Okay, what's the plan here? I got a wide turn. Probably gonna just pull out quite far. Just hope that we can make it up the hill. This is going to be rough. One thing I will say, because of the amount, like the locomotive for the train has a pretty powerful engine. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think even if I had a fully loaded train, it would have some problems going up and down this hill. So I think doing the 5-degree grade that I am working on over here, I think is going to benefit my movement of goods, I think. All right, we're up the hill now. I think this is going to go into the main mill, I guess. I can't remember if I was able to get this truck through the paper mill or not. I really can't remember. All right, off we go. So this load, I think I'm going to put into the paper mill. Oh, unload it there, I guess. There's a train coming. I can beat it. See if we can get into the paper mill. I can't remember if I can get this trailer set up through it, though. That's a problem. Turn here. Stuck inside the building. There's my I might not be able to bring it through. I don't think those forks go under. Nope. This is one heavy trailer. Like, am I shifting? Oh yeah, I'm shifting gears too, so part of it. If I, oh, there's that train. Shifting gears, shifting gears, shifting gears. Come on. Go, 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 go. Alright, there we go. We're free. Oh, hey. And these will unload over here. I've got containers here too. Crazy. Hey, we're gonna turn here and then yeah, you got goats over there. I'll just turn this way. I'm gonna stop off over here and check the productions that are going on, because I've got those still going. I have to make sure that those are running fine. See how these are doing. Sure that these are spawning. Sure if I can change the name of this, can I? No. I have these set up specifically for, there's a way to rename them too, to for my bridge building basically. Why I have them here. The lumber popping out there. I might want to put a forklift here, maybe. Oh. Lumber popped out. Both sides. Let me get a forklift. At least a forklift. Don't think I need anything too big. They're like, oh my, well actually, you know what I've been wanting to try is one of these things. Front loader. I don't know if I want a Kubota one. Do Kubota. Combination. I'm gonna try it out. I don't use these. I was gonna say that right now. I was going to do the Schaefer, but I think I'll do the Kubota one because it's a little bit beefier. Maybe I should do the Schaefer. Take a look at the difference between the two. This one. I'll do the Kubota. Buy that. All right. This isn't too bad. I don't use these, I'm telling you. Actually, maybe I don't usually use them. Maybe I might enjoy using them. Just something to probably need to. I'm gonna put these. I'm gonna go grab the other one. I'll just put this on top. It does go a lot quicker though. Quite quick. I like this, actually. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe they might be easier to load trucks with, for all I know. Not sure if I can lift that much, but I don't think so. That's a lot of weight. I sort of can. A bit uneven over here. Put these over here. So much for that, eh? Alright. I might widen these a bit. One of the things, like, I've done forklift on forks on full-on wheel loaders. They're a little I mean they have their merit. They're just a little antiquated, I think. Eventually gonna have a lumber yard here. I'll put these ones here. But I could get behind using one of these, honestly. I'm actually enjoying it. Go figure. I think I've used these like once or twice or something. Oh, there's another. That's a different product though. Oh, I'll just go over here. I'm gonna have a lumber yard here. gonna happen. I'm gonna go on the other side of this I had another log that popped out. Okay, now we'll go over here. Grab these. Load these up. How bright can my lights go? Oh, pretty bright. These are regular planks, so for a long plank. Yep, I could get behind doing this or using this more frequently. Compared to some of the other stuff that I've done or used. if anything else has popped out over here. Yep. A few more pallets to pick up. All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna head over here. And I think, oh, we got another one, pal. Another one of these, eh? Do 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 do. There we go. 1,000 plank. You got those up there. All right. I got that on there. Okay, those up there. Yeah, be full still. All right. Let's just scoot this down. All right, we're up to 820 subs. Pretty cool. All right. Okay. Let's wheel this downhill. How do I winch? Control K, I think. All right. Pick up these. Yeah, I think fantastic. All right. Yeah, let's go back up the hill. Another bunch to grab up here. To save. Alright, now we'll just haul these down here. I'll bring down one more load, I think, and then we'll try to load that all up, I guess. Come on. There, should do it. Alright, let's push this bunch forward. That should do it. We'll load the truck now. I'm just gonna put these small pieces here, I think, for now. Because they're just gonna fall off. Here's another small piece. Pop this in here for now. That'll work. Yep. Here we go. That works for me. There we go. Grab another one. I figured that was gonna fall. And it fell up the other side. Okay, come on. Behave yourself. I'm gonna grab this bunch over here. Come on. Take off. There we go. Take this off over here. Work. I'll grab this up too. There we go. Dump this one more on this load. Let's see if I can put this on this bunk. I don't know. Come on. Get in there. Oh, come on. Ta-da. That works. All right. I'm going to call it a live stream there. So I'll catch you guys all on the flip side. I might be on again for a later or something. But you guys, if I don't see you guys later, oh, have a good evening.